What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. We do tackle tip videos, fishing videos. We go over all kinds of different things in the fishing world. So today we are going to go over a rod arsenal video and the exact setup, bait, plastic, all that jazz that I run for a ThunderCricket. All right, guys and gals, so ThunderCricket, chatterbait, vibrating jig, whatever it is that you want to call it, this is my setup for it. So it has changed a little bit in the past years. It always kind of varies, but I have found a new rod that I absolutely love that I am sticking with. This is probably the longest that I've ever used one rod for a ThunderCricket. And I got it by accident, to be completely honest. Tom at Lou's was like, just give this a try. I think you'll like it, because they didn't have the one that I wanted. And I actually do. I really like it a lot. So this is the 7-foot 4-inch Lou's Custom Light. This is a medium heavy mod fast. And I usually always used a medium heavy fast. The mod fast allows me to have a little bit more bend further back on the rod. And when it comes to grass, it really, really helps. So you guys know I don't fish grass a whole heck of a lot, but when I do, this really helps it. That moderate fast action allows that bait to spring out of the grass a little bit slower to create more of a reaction bite than if I had a medium heavy. It'll just rip it out way too fast. And the mod fast kind of gives it a little bit of a delay before it comes out. So I know that kind of sounds like, well, that doesn't really make that much of a difference, but I promise it does. A lot of the pros will tell you that they use strictly a moderate. So I feel like this was the best of both worlds for me, between moderate and fast. Mod fast kind of gives me the best of both worlds. So that's the rod. It's got the JDM inspired Dry Tack wind grips. I love these things with the Pro Weaves. They're very, very comfortable. Foam up top for my finger to rest on, very comfortable. And not that it matters because of the reel that I use, but the bait keeper is back up top here instead of down at the butt like I hated. So let's talk about the reel. The reel that I am using is the Gen 2 Hypermag. I love this combo. This is one of my all-time favorite combos to be able to fish. It's very sleek, very smooth. It casts a long distance. But coming into the winter season, this reel doesn't get cold. You know, I got my Pro TIs and my Elite TIs here, and I fished, well, yesterday now, but I fished a tournament a couple weekends ago when you see this video, and my Pro TI and Elite TI get cold when it's cold outside because of the coating on it. The Hypermag doesn't do that. The Hypermag coating stays relatively neutral, so I can palm that thing and it not hurt the palm of my hand because I don't fish with gloves most of the time. But yeah, so I really like that about it. This is a 7.5 to 1 gear ratio, 20 pounds of drag, 11 bearing system. You've got the dial over here on the side that you can easily adjust with your thumb. Of course, internal braking system as well. And then you've also got the wind grips on the knobs as well. These are the skinny knobs. Some people have said they don't really care for the skinny knobs. They don't think that they get quite as good a grip on them. I like them better personally. I think they're really comfortable. So let's talk line. Line is kind of one of those preference things. Everybody's going to tell you something a little bit different. Me personally, I run fluorocarbon. I run 17-pound Strike King Contra fluorocarbon on here. And I'm just a fluorocarbon person. I've always enjoyed the way fluorocarbon casts. I'm not a braid person. I don't like braid that much unless I just absolutely have to use it. But some pros will use braid to be able to rip through that grass easier. And if we lived somewhere that we had more grass, if we lived in Florida or, Cherokee had a lot of grass in it besides just a month or two out of the spring, I would probably fish it on braid, but there's no need for that. I fish it on fluorocarbon, 17 pound. I never go any more. I never go any less. 17 pounds just it's just kind of what I like. And so most of my rods and reels are 17-pound test. So let's talk about the bait. This is the Strike King ThunderCricket. This is the tungsten version. This is some kind of shad. I don't remember the exact name of it, but the tungsten ThunderCrickets are a little bit smaller in the head design, of course, because they're tungsten. Tungsten is a lot more dense than lead is. You can see the different blade design on there. This is a painted blade versus the original ThunderCrickets. The lead ThunderCrickets were metal blade. They're still metal blades, but they were non-painted. They were silver and gold and stuff. It's got a nice little hook in there. They went down on the hook in the tungsten one from the lead one, but still works great for me. Wire-tied skirt. This is a big thing for me. I love wire-tied skirts. I don't like the rubber banded ones. And then as far as the bait goes, this is the Strike King Blade Minnow. This was specifically designed for the ThunderCricket. One of my all-time favorite baits to throw on here. Well, I only throw 2 baits. I throw the Strike King Blade Minnow here, and then I will throw the Strike King Scound Bug depending on if I'm around wood. If I'm around a lot of wood that this can get hung in, I go to the Scound Bug because the 2 kickers this away keeps it more flat. Compared to this one, lets it roll a lot more. So I feel like the action looks better with this, but in order to not get hung so much, the Scound Bug excels. So it's all preference as to which one you know, where you're fishing around, which one you think works best for your application. So we're also going to talk knots. What knot do I tie on this? I tie the double improved clinch knot on anything that I am putting a full hook set into. And I know a lot of people are like, you don't have the full hook set of vibrating jig. I know you don't have to, but I do. I look at a ThunderCricket, a chatterbait, a vibrating jig. I looked at them all as jigs. So I reel up and I crack them. So I go with the double improved clinch knot. Some people call it the 3 tag end knot. It all depends on, you know, where you grew up in the country, what they call it. But that knot I put on the knot breaker at iCast, and I had the #1 knot there for the time that I was there. It does not break. We put 20-pound line on there, and that knot didn't fail until like 29 pounds. It's somewhere on my Instagram page. I can't remember where. Yeah, it's my Instagram page. I don't remember how long ago that was, but it's somewhere on there. 29 pounds on 20-pound line. So I was pretty impressed with that knot. The knot does not fail. So that is the setup for my ThunderCricket. Of course, ThunderCricket, a line, and then the rod and the reel. The rod is the custom line, and the reel is the Gen 2 Hyper Mag. Guys, if y'all like these videos, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave me a comment down in the comment section below, and let me know where you're watching from. If you guys want to see specific videos on specific baits, let me know. Guys, unfortunately, I think we're going to have to cut down to 1 video a week. I'm not going to be able to keep putting out 2 videos a week, unfortunately, my work schedule, and of course, having a newborn and everything, I just can't do it. So probably just going to cut down to 1 video a week, and I'm just going to be completely honest, guys, it's not going to be fishing every week. I'm not going to be able to go fishing every week anymore. So we'll get back to that one day eventually, but for now, this is what I've got to do for the channel. So like, comment, subscribe, notifications on. Take care, everybody.